Okay, everybody, welcome. So I'm going to go over the tutorial, so what we can expect from our distance learning time during the coronavirus 19 self-quarantine measures that the district has put in place. So luckily for us, we are good to go for the most part because we've been doing distance learning kind of from day one. We've just been doing it in a very collaborative fashion on that. So I'm just going to walk through the protocols for how we should do these things over it. So we do know we always go to classes, and I'm just going to use government econ. In that one, we know we go to our schedule, go down. Sorry for the delay. Okay, so let's find our, there we go. All right, let's find our weeks. So what we do notice here is that these are the 2 weeks that we've said we're going to have off on this one. So I have highlighted them blue so that way you know that it is a distance learning time. We are slotted to come back on the 31st here. We'll see how that develops as things get closer. Excuse me. But here's everything we need to know. So these are kind of the focus days for the most part. So you will notice that there will be video tutorials on certain days. So I would ask if you're that rolling Dante to click that and you can kind of see that video thing. We'll also have a CEO webinar on 2 days. So I'll provide the links there. Everything is due there. We do have Rich Dad Poor Dad as well, due by midnight on Friday. That needs to happen as well. So we can see everything through there. But again, let's go to our Dante. Okay, so this is our site. We know we use the bit.ly every time, and what I'm going to do is make sure the schedule is updated correctly the whole entire time for you. So if we click it and we go down, let's see what we have to go with right now. Man, the internet's slow. Jeez, even in Whittier, that's amazing. Okay, so as we see down here, I have added bonus days into Dante for this because there are just a few days that we need to do different things. So let's find everything. The CEO checks are there, production, financial, everything. So as usual, business goes. You'll see the descriptions in here. For these bonus days, it really is up to your company, and I'm not requiring CEOs to assess people during this time, but we'll talk about it in the webinar. So main thing is just go to the schedule here, find what it is to be working on, and accomplish it. So it is very much in your control, and you're going to have to communicate with your company to the best way possible, but we just got to do that. This is what we do. So Dante, again, is going as planned. So we're going to keep moving with it. So let's make sure we're doing all the DT forms. Each day I will do certain tutorials with different roles within Dante, so that way you can have it. And again, it's not meant for you to work all the time. It's just you're going to find the time to do the work and go with it. Checklist, I would keep reminded of that. So make sure your company is doing what they say they're going to do on that one. You can click around. I'm going to be adding things more throughout the week, and the DT rubric is in place now, so we do have that going, so you can kind of see that excuse me, a little bit. The size of the bubble here really determines the overall percentage of it in Dante. So, the sales pitch is obviously a lot less than the checks and the evals and the rolls and so forth like that, but they still do play a very big integral part in it. So throughout the week, you'll see this added to all the time. So I would get in the habit of going and looking at the rubric just to see what it does entail, because a lot of stuff is going to be due in the next 3 to 4 weeks. I did give the bonus option here, so there's always that for +5. So just do remember that. If you need anything, obviously my contact's there. You can reach out, whatever you need. I'm here to help you with this. But I would just push you to the point of follow the schedule, get in the habit of checking it daily on that one, so that way you can see, and then work with your company however it is, whether it's through Zoom, FaceTime, texting, whatever. Just make sure you do have a plan in place, because we are going to stick to the schedule. And again, even though the world is shutting down in terms of classrooms going to, we still are able to do it. And distance learning can oftentimes be challenging, but for me it can also be it's a lot easier, honestly, because you work around your time and what you have set, not forced time where you have to go do something. So if you're a late night owl, maybe you stay up super late into the early morning and do the work and then sleep all day. Maybe it's the opposite, but now you can do that. So just make sure you're communicating. And again, good luck, but you will be fine. That's the main thing.